welcome to the home of the Blue Hens in Newark and Delaware Stadium. As we'll see, a squad from the American, the Rice Owls, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Delaware Blue Hens. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. Coming out with it, it's Kelly. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Blue Hens offense will go on the attack first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, Dave. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing, proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. So Rice's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead, and it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll keep it himself. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a...
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. And the Owls come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun to give to the back. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
That's caught. It's Patterson. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
A stop is made at the 36. Let's call it a 5-yard gain and a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Hands it off. He gets it down to the 28-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks, and now we'll see what they do on fourth. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's got it, first down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw it.
It's picked.
Intercepted deep in his own end.
Parker.
They got him down pretty quickly after the pick, but now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those 10.
It's a seam wide open. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. And the Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Got it set up on the outside. Nice move to pick up yardage. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there, getting the first down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. He'll do it himself.
No, boys.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. An 84-yard drive there. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
To the air on second down. And they're not on the same page there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now backed up in their own end, it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake, flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Power football with the run. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Rice has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Owls are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Makes the grab. Turning it on.
Nice.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down.
Uh-oh. Baby.
Looking for room. It's Silver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understanding they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
God
Will
damn it.
not get there. A 4th down stop. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Oh, a lot of space. Big time run on that one as he goes out of bounds right at the 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Big.
The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. He'll pull it on the read. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, 2nd guy finally did. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. The short hands, it's Patterson. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. And the Blue Hens are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that.
It's just got no burst. He's okay.
Screen passes, it just never developed. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking up. And now the hit knocks it loose.
Yes.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done, though.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, just nothing happening that time for the QB, right? RPO keeps it. He's trying to throw. Nobody there. He tries to buy time, getting out to his right-hand side, but the defense took everything away and just forced the quarterback to have to eat the football.
Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Blue Hens will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Can't get him to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. The running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Takes the handoff. It's Silver.
There we go.
It's a running room. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. The throw.
Oh my God, Michael.
An early
Do
drive with
it.
a turnover.
This is obviously...
The turnovers marker. It's not a whole lot to turn to. Brown. EJ Archfield.
Start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Look out, he's got room. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets him up, makes the big play out to the left.
He'll toss it. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They're facing a third down. Looking to pass. It's Jenkins. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Trying to set up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Quarterback making adjustments. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Just a little off. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Going for it all. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking.
I think we gotta have
running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Game with the weather.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Kicks it high, and it's just hanging there as if it has helium in it, floating down toward the earth.
Oh!
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Give to the back. There he goes. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll run this play from the pistol. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Blue Hens want to pick up the tempo. He might want another play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Good timing on the quick out. And the Blue Hens will move the sticks. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Patterson. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. The Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman and a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
All right, drops are a part of football. It's a part of offense. What's really important for this quarterback now is to come back to the receiver, even after dropping that ball, to show him that you still got confidence in him and you know it's a long game.
He wants to throw it again. Looking to the big tight end. He makes a catch. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Finds his tight end.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Yes.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. He worked his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you run it back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive gain. Still a couple plays here left, too.
It's as if these guys have been allergic to the end zone. They'll try to overcome it on third and goal. Trying to barge their way in. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollock.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Delaware. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's loose. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Powers through the defender. There he goes. Lowers those pads. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. Rice going to work with another 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
He'll keep it himself.
No.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, you're always going to wonder what woulda, coulda, shoulda happened on 4th and inches had they gone for it. But with this kicker, 3 points and putting it on the board.
And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Might be changing the route. Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Patterson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Shotgun snap on third down. Might be looking to run. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the book as we head to the fourth. That's the end of the period, and Rice is on top. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on.
I agree.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Delaware. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Wide receiver going in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 3rd and long. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Okay.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced the negative play, now setting up 4th down.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Oklahoma State escaped with the victory, and I say escaped. Look, in college football, teams will take any win, but I think those Pokes fans could have done without this one being so close. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they... He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab at the 30. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Blue Hens!
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Still up.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
On the move. Spins away from the defense. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback on the keeper. And the ball's on the ground. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that right there, probably the biggest play in this game so far. The offense has the lead, and they're just trying to run the football to run this clock out. But the defense able to knock it out, jump on it. Now all of a sudden, this game has a completely different feel.
Wide open spaces. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to run for it. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Satellite, 414 satellite.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Delaware.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down.
Fuck.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking for a push on 4th down.
Wow.
Stop short
Fucking
of the marker.
bitches.
And they stop for this defense, and they get the ball back. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. And the Owls buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. Touch pass on the run. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand, they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing, so I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were so anxious and eager to get back on the field. They know they left points on the board. They let that one get away from them. They look like they are pumped up and ready to go here, David.
And listen, it was a good drive, so you got to remember that. But they got to realize, I got to get points. When I get in those areas, I got to capitalize. And they wanted a touchdown last time. This drive, they can go make it happen.
Dances away to buy time. Makes the grab. It's Patterson. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
It's so important for an offense in the passing game to change the launch point of the quarterback. He can't consistently be 5 or 7 yards behind the center throwing the football. Move the pocket, get him outside, buy him some time so he can see the field, and then show you what he can do with that arm talent.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
That's caught. It's LeBoy. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Blue Hens looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Rice. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
In this kind of game where it's only one possession, one play could make the difference. And that time the quarterback got a little too greedy. The defender jumps in front, picks it off, pads the lead for his team. We still got a lot of football to go here, but that was a massive play for the defense.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
Grief.
Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
Easily could have had it.
To the air on first down. He's taking the shot. Makes the grab. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
Well, these two have been absolutely unstoppable in this game, and it just feels like every time this guy drops back to throw, he's throwing it to one guy and one guy only. The defense cannot stop him. He has been a matchup nightmare all game long.
With jet sweep pass. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown,
too
Blue
late.
Hens.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. The clock reads 19 seconds. Onside kick coming. They have to get it to have a chance to win. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Oh, man.
Quarterback takes a knee. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly...
Good game, Rice.